Good morning, coaches. Hope you are well. Let's see who's about this morning. I'm flying solo again. I'm going it alone. I can't get any friends to hang out with me this morning. But so with that in mind, I want you to say hello. Give me a comment. Just drop it in. If you're on LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, wherever you are, just drop me a comment in. Share some of your wins. Let me know what has been your biggest win so far this week. It'd be really cool to see that because it always gets me fired up. But for you guys that are joining, as always, this is an Elite Coach Live session where we try and bring tips, hints, anything and everything that we think will help coaches become the coaches that they want to become. So ultimately today, flying solo, and I'm going to get stuck into a problem I've been handling a lot on the Elite Coach Mentorship. So the Elite Coach Mentorship is where we really dig deep into what does the coach actually want to achieve. So we've been working a lot with hundreds of people now. My phone is just absolutely crazy, the amount of people we've got going on now, but which is great. But there's been a common theme coming up lately, and it's time management. And I'm gonna go hard on this. So be prepared. You might get triggered. It's fine, but it's all good. But let's say hello to who's on the line. So, yup, I know who that is. Hope you are doing well, mate. Hope you're smashing it since our last call. Tim, mate, I need all the luck I can get, mate. I need all the luck I can get. But good morning, mate. Good morning. Facebook user, I don't know who it is, but hey, mate, hope all is well. So thanks very much for sharing the love, guys. But as always, do share what has been your biggest win so far this week, because it's always cool to see that. And as you can see, guys, on the bottom of the screen, if you are thinking about doing any CPD, any sort of products, just thinking about upskilling yourself, head over to the SCE site and will be able to get yourself a 40% discount on all CPD. So all CPD. There we go. I love it, mate. Tommy boy, hope we are well, sir. I am missing your lovely face and your beautiful accent, mate. Hope all is good. Sean Collick's in the house as well, mate. Hope all is good. So, guys, I'm going to jump in. I'm going to set the scene. I was having a chat with a coach the other day, and it's a very typical scene. So we get into the fitness industry, and we start coaching. And we say, yes, 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 yes. And then all of a sudden, we're in the gym at 5 o'clock in the morning till around about lunchtime. We have a couple of hours downtime, and then we're back in the gym from around about 4 o'clock till 9 o'clock. And that was his day. And that is typically what I see a lot of coaches get into. So then when it comes to self-development or study or whatever it may be, it's like, my time management skills are very, very poor, or I'm not very good at delegating time or whatever. I don't have time. It's a common theme. I don't have time. Now, I always flip that round. I always say to you, is it a time management issue or is it a focus issue? Because guess what? If you got given the formula for success, or saying just do this every single day and you will succeed, and you focus on it, was 100% guaranteed, you'd probably focus all of your energy on it, right? So when people say, I've got a time management issue, it means that you're not focusing on the things that are important to you. You're not focusing in hard enough on what is actually going to move you further forward. And there's a few things that fall out the back of it. Is if something isn't really important to you, are you gonna work your socks off to make it happen when you're tired? As a coach, we've all been there. We've done the 14, 15, 16-hour days. It's ridiculous. Eyes rolling in the back of your head, living off bloody Monster Zero, cups of coffee. Your training starts to diminish. Your coaching starts to go down, and you're actually not actually making as much money as you think you are. So it's about, if you're finding yourself in that situation right now, guys, what I always say is, right, first and foremost, stop. Do an audit. Get the clarity. What is it that you are trying to achieve here? And if you tell me you don't have time to sit down and do an audit, you're either full of crap and you don't want to do what's difficult, or you want to continue playing the victim saying, I'm a busy idiot. So I'm happy, and that's my life. That's up to you. That's all on you. But if you are working those long hours and you're not happy about it, and you know you're not delivering the coaching that you should be doing, then my advice to you right now is stop. Get yourself in a room locked away. It could be coffee shop. Get yourself notepad and pen and write down what it is you're trying to achieve. Is it work-life balance? Is it trying to generate as much income as possible? Is it a matter of, I want to work so hard right now so I don't have to work much later on in life? I don't know. Everybody's version of success is very, very different. It's unique to them, right? But if you find yourself being a busy idiot at the moment, doing absolutely everything, rushed off your feet, then just stop. Do an audit. That's your first step. The next thing is find the big rocks which are going to make the biggest difference. So the conversation I had with the coach before was, right, you're working all of these hours. You don't want to put your prices up because you've got some loyal customers. I'm not going to force you to do that just yet. I recommend that you really do that. But if you don't feel comfortable with it, you've just got to bring them together. Start training these loyal people together. Look at your time. Look at what your week looks like. And can you bring those people together? How can you trim away some of the fat? How can you grab some of your time back so you can start doing the stuff that you need to do to move you further forward? So that's part of your audit. Really, really stop, find the clarity, focus on what it is you're trying to achieve. The next bit is do an audit of where do you spend your time? Where do you spend your effort? And then the next part of that is, right, what do I need to do to be the coach I want to be, but also be the person I want to be for my family? Because guess what? If you're working those amounts of hours, your coaching, I'm going to take a wild stab in the dark and say your coaching's probably not up to the standard it should be. Because where's your planning? Where's your time for putting in thoughtful programs together? But what's your social life like? What's your life like with your partner when you get home after you've done all of those hours? How present are you as a parent if you've got kids? How present are you as a friend when you're not at work? If you're working all hours, the brain and the body only has a certain finite amount of energy, right? If you're coaching so much, and coaching is an intense job because you're giving so much to it. Okay. If you are giving so much there, working so many hours, and you're not refilling your cup with all of the other stuff that contributes to health, steps in throughout the day, staying hydrated, good nutrition, rest, regeneration. If you're not filling up that cup, where's that going to lead you further down the line? So this is why it's really, really important. Do you want to be a coach that just keeps working, or do you want to be the best coach you can be? And again, I can't answer that question for you. It's all on you. And a lot of people don't like that because they always want to blame somebody else. It's always someone else's fault that they're in the situation they're at. But actually, it's always on you. You control how you feel. You control your daily actions. You control what you put into your mind. You control the media you consume. You control and dictate your work schedule or how you process it. It's all on you. So ultimately, guys, if you find yourself in a situation where you're rushing around now, I want you to do that. I want you to just stop, do the audit. Actually, let's get back to what you want to do. What do you want to achieve over the next 12 months? What do you want to achieve over the next 3, 4, 5 years? If you can't think that far ahead, what do you want to achieve in the next 30 days? If you want to break it down. And then focus on what it is you need to do to make that happen. If it means sacking off a few clients, If it means just say, actually, say no, I'm not doing, I can't do those shifts anymore. In the short term, you might lose that little bit of income, but in the long term, you've got time to think of new ideas. You've got time to network. You've got time to go out there and look for new opportunities, create the product, possibly go online if you're thinking about going online, reach out to local clubs that you want to help, actually work the floor a little bit and get higher paying customers, or start bringing people together and saying, what would a small group PT session look like? Because ultimately, that's what it's all about here, guys. Okay, we get into coaching. Coaching is a calling. We've said that many a time before, and I truly believe that. Because to become a coach, actually, should I say, being a great coach is a calling. Okay, because some people call themselves coach, but I wouldn't let them coach my dog. And that's a compliment. But basically, to become a great coach, it's all about creating the biggest impact you possibly can, right? Don't just want to walk into a gym, walk onto an athletics track, walk into a sports hall, walk into a school, wherever it may be. You do not want to be leaving that session thinking, well, I got through that. Next 3 hours, just got to get through that. You should be leaving every single session thinking, did I make a massive impact on the individual? Because if you can leave a session thinking I made a massive impact on the individual, I did the best I possibly could with the tools I had to make an impact, then you're doing great stuff. But if you're so tired because you've just got yourself into a situation where you've said yes to lots of different things and your day's just absolutely spiraled out of control, then I dare say, if you're looking at just trying to survive the day, your coaching is not where it needs to be. But it's all on you now. It's all on you to make the difficult choices, the difficult change. And if you can't accept change right now, if you are one of these people that says, no, I can't do it, whatever it may be, all of the excuses under the sun, don't complain. Don't complain you're tired. Don't complain you don't have time. Don't complain to yourself. Don't complain to your partner. Don't complain to your clients. Don't talk about how tired you are. Don't talk about how busy you are. Guess what? Because that's on you. You create that situation. So you've got to take responsibility for it. No one's going to come and wipe your ass for you. Nobody's going to come and take PT sessions for you. Nobody's going to say, I tell you what, I'll do this coaching session for you and I'll pay you for it. No one's going to do that. It's all within our control, guys, to create the life, create the coaching lifestyle that we want to have. It's all within our control. There's going to be times when you're going to have to dig deep and do stuff that you don't want to do. That's the nature of the beast. It's the seesaw. Everybody talks about trying to get this work-life balance and stuff. Well, that's actually up and down is part of the journey. It's actually part of the fun. I was chatting to guys on, we had 50, 60 people on the SE immersion session last night. And I use the analogy, if you went to the playground with your child, or even if a couple of adults go on, if you sat on a seesaw, right, and it didn't move, it was perfectly balanced, would it be much fun? Probably not. You're just two people sat on a piece of wood that's not really comfortable at all anyway. I mean, they're not the most comfortable things at time when they go up and down, but it needs to go up and down. There's got to be times when you have to push to get the ups. But when you go up, you've got to have a bit of down. So it's up to you to decide where you are now. But if you've been in a situation where you're just working your ass off for very, very little return right now, then you're going to need to change it. Because guess what? If you don't change it, you'll never get the up. You'll constantly just be on the down. And you'll get to the point where you go, do you know what? I can't do this anymore. And that's why great coaches leave the industry, because they don't know how, or they get themselves in a situation where they just say yes, 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 yes to every single client, every single opportunity, realize that their days are absolutely packed with work that is active procrastination. Really, it's not moving them closer to the goal. It's giving them an excuse. It's giving them an out not to work on what they need to work on. So then they can justify it, say, yeah, but I'm working hard. That shouldn't be the goal. That shouldn't be the goal of just work hard. The goal should be, I'm going to work my absolute socks off to get to where I want to be, to create the life I want to be in. You know, I speak to guys in elite sport and stuff like that as well. And it's very easy for them to get distracted by the day to day. And then they look at, I'm approaching burnout. And I think for me, you've always got to look back and just go, yeah, but it's on me. Like if an athlete came to you they just qualified for the Team GB, right? They've got the next 4-year cycle. They're going to be gearing up towards the Olympics. So there's going to be times when they're going to be doing stuff that they don't really want to do, right? There's going to be times when training's going to be hard. There's going to be times but it's times like that. One, you find a lot more about yourself, but two, you have to really double down on the other stuff that supports the training, supports the times when you need to push. They don't just chase fatigue. When they're in times of training hard, they double down on the sleep, the rest, the regeneration. As coaches, we're no different. We have to do the same. We have to fill our own cup on. Okay. Hopefully that's kind of making sense there, guys. And the reason why I wanted to sort of just to chat about this today is because it is a common theme that seems to come up about all the time. My time management skills are poor. I don't have time to do this. I don't have time to do that. I don't have time to do coursework. I don't have time to build my online products or whatever it may be. And sometimes you get a bit frustrated when I just say you're full of crap. I say you don't have a time management problem. You have a focus problem. What do you mean? You're not focusing on the right stuff. Focus on the right stuff first. And then typically you'll find you'll start making time. And 9 times out of 10, it means focusing on yourself. It means focusing on, right, what do you need to do? What daily actions do you need to take in order for you to become the coach that you want to be? If you have to meditate, get disciplined with it. If you want to do hot and cold therapy, if you want to jump in a cold bath, do it. Get disciplined, do it. Become hydrated, drink 3-4 liters of water a day, do it. Read 10 pages of a book a day, do it. Get your steps in, do some mindfulness, do some journaling, do it. The focus is the key thing here, guys. You got to focus on yourself, focus on the skills that you need to develop, and that will end up fixing any sort of time management problems because you focus on the right things. You'll be focusing on the things that are going to take you closer to your goal. Drop a comment, guys. Let me know if that resonates with you. You might be triggered. You might be going, Steve, I hate that guy. Whatever it may be. But just drop me a comment. Let me know if that resonates with you. You might agree. You might disagree. I'd love to know in the comments below, guys. But ultimately, the whole point of this, guys, is the reason why we want to, this sometimes comes across tough is because we don't want to lose great coaches from the industry. You know, we look at the turnover and the churn rate of coaches in the industry for one reason or another. You know, whether they call it burnout or they could make money elsewhere or whatever it may be, you know. But actually, how much could it be prevented if we just actually had an open and honest conversation and took responsibility for the actions and not blame the externals? And took control of the internals and say, have I done absolutely everything I possibly can in my power to become the best coach I could be, to become the best human being I can be, to serve others, to serve the people that I work with and have a greater impact. It's going to have a great impact on my family life. It's going to have a great impact with the people that I want to be, you know? So there we go. Sean saying defo with me. There we go. Need more focus and reflection. Absolutely. Don't get caught up in the doing. You know, it's it's a critical thing that a lot of people do. Don't get caught up in the doing. Sometimes you've got to pause, reflect what's going well, what's not going well. Typically, just like you doing it on a regular basis, doing it on a daily basis. Journaling is an absolute game changer. And I'm not saying you need to just write a diary. It's like, what went well today? What didn't go so well? What's my biggest lessons? What's my biggest reflections? What do I need to make happen tomorrow to make me further forward? Something as simple as that. Doing it every day, doing it at the end of the week, just making sure that you get on top of the personal skills to help you work with the people that you want to work with. Ultimately, if you're in a good place, your service is going to be higher, right? Let's have a look at this comment from Tim. I like this comment because it just hides my face. There you go. Broke over saying no to people regarding things that was not right for me. Then after COVID, I got into a rut and was saying yes and being flexible for the benefits of others, and even at short notice, a personal issues going on as well. So I looked at my goals and I've turned that around and gone back to saying no, now focusing more on getting back on track. Absolutely, mate, that is absolutely 100%. And another thing why I want to talk about managing ourselves is when you're tired, you make crap decisions. I want you to think about every time you had like a bit of a binge, or you had a bit of a lax moment in just going to the shop and buying some crap and stuff. And I'm probably speaking from personal experience. 9 times out of 10 when we snack, it's because we're tired, right? When we're tired, we make worse decisions. We see it in football. We see it in any team sport. When a player is tired towards the end of a game or something, they're a little bit behind the ball. They can't read the players well. They make poor decisions. So as PTs, when we're tired and drawn out and we're sort of not on it, we start making poor decisions. And that poor decisions, Tim's just said there, we're saying yes to everybody, being flexible, bending over backwards. Then he realizes that the day doesn't actually suit with what he wants to try and achieve. So it ends up becoming this vicious circle. This is why even when you're up, even when you feel great, you've got to make sure you keep an eye on absolutely everything that you're doing all the time. You've got to make sure that, right, I feel great. That's not time to take your foot off the gas with the nutrition. So keep on it. Just keep that decision-making process as sharp as you possibly can. Keep the focus as sharp as you possibly can. Keep it just laser focused all the time. If you're laser focused, the best thing is that when you're laser focused, you're present. And when you're present, you're in the moment. So when you're with your family, you're with your family. You're not thinking about work. You're not thinking about business. You're not thinking about coaching. When you're on holiday, you're on holiday. When you're at work, you're 100% at work. When you're coaching, you are 100% involved in that coaching process. You're present every single step of the moment. Why? Because you've sharpened your focus skills. You're focusing on the right things. You focus on yourself first. Sharpen that as much as you possibly can. Then you can start to focus on the projects that are going to take you closer to the goal. Start focusing on them. You start saying no to the distractions. Say no to the distractions. Guess what? You've just found another 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hours of the day where you can get stuff done. So guys, bit of a rant. I felt a bit ranty this morning, but let me know if that's been good for you there, guys. I know there's a few people online. Let me know. And if you sat there feeling triggered, feeling a bit hurt, the truth hurts. It might be the fact that it's hit a nerve. If it hit a nerve, do something about it. If you're nodding your head going, yeah, totally agree with all that, what action are you going to take off the back of it? So that's the last little thing that I want you to do, guys. I want you to drop in the comment section now. Sean, Tim, Kate, who else is online? Tom, all of you guys. I want you to write down what action you are going to take off the back of it. Okay? Because you can do what I did and just turn up and listen to all these great things, accumulate, and do absolutely nothing with it. and then wonder why things aren't moving further forward. Or you can take this one bit of advice and you can take action. And then you can start getting the benefits of that action. Okay, guys. So drop in the comment section, how are you going to take action off the back of this now? If you're thinking I don't have a bit of a focus problem, what are you going to do? At the end of the day, are you going to do a bit of reflection? When are you going to book in some time? Make sure that you're going to do within the next 48 hours off the back of this call. Make sure that you're going to do something off the back of it. All right. There you go. Awesome stuff. Needed that rant this morning. Coaching going okay. Got first full Ironman in less than 9 weeks, but got tired very quickly. Situation, my other job. Took myself out of it this week, but didn't want to take action. Not putting up with the rubbish anymore. Good stuff. Good stuff. Well, let's go. Love it. Love it. Go make it happen. And if you need a pacer for that Ironman, don't ask me. I couldn't think of anything worse right now. I'll stick to putting kettlebells above my head. There you go. Going to make an hour today, so watch another video from the SCE. Good stuff. Love it. Need to focus my attention on the right client, not just be busy. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Good stuff, guys. Right, guys, as always, if you need us, reach out. SSC Education is a company that is founded on trying to help coaches become the best they can possibly be. So if you need help with your technical knowledge, reach out. If you need help with your business knowledge, reach out. If you need help with your personal development, if you're feeling a bit crappy, if you not know where to turn, reach out. Okay, we've got a full company who is absolutely dedicated and committed to your success. So make sure that you reach out, guys. Okay, some great comments here. Absolutely love it. You know, very good. Can relate to what you said. I'm taking action now. Been the last couple of months since passing my level 4. Get on it, mate. Get on it. There we go. It's been so long since being able to join in the session. Started working hard on making change control working. Nice. Awesome. It's amazing, isn't it? Actually, I start focusing on controlling my hours and focusing on what I can control, and it works well. It's amazing. It's amazing. There we go. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, Pete Swallow. There we go. There we go. Peter will do that. He'll jump in. Great bloke. Right, guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. I appreciate everybody who's watched this video. Again, if you need us, reach out. You know where we're at. But until next time, guys, have a great one. Take it easy. We'll speak again soon.